Alright guys, we are live with some Madden 25. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that like, subscribe, share. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on the NFL draft. You know, I think the Saints did okay. It wasn't my best choice, my favorite choice, but I think they did what's best for business. So yeah, who that, man? But yeah, we're gonna finish off the some games in the Saints franchise. So let's get it. All right, they got the draft picks already up there on the Madden thing. You know they're ready for the next Madden. That's crazy. Where's the Saints one, bruh? Saints drafted Calvin Banks Jr. out of Texas Longhorns. So I guess it would definitely be okay on the offensive line, especially on the next year's Madden 26. I like to run the ball. So having a nice offensive lineman like that, heck yeah. They already good. That's recovered from insanity. All right, I'll put Tyson Hill back in here. Of course, he's gonna be back. Going against the 49ers. Oh, let's get it. How's everybody doing this evening? I think I'm getting the rock these. Keep that. Keep that.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Chris Olave, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Saints and the 49ers on Sunday night.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing,
We're
Ron.
back out here on Madden, ladies and gentlemen, in San Francisco.
Ready to cheer on their 49ers here at
Night game.
Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And
NFL draft was earlier tonight, folks.
On the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of
Yo, Abba, what's going on? Shout out to your arcade pop. What's going on? How y'all doing this evening?
Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on.
Anybody kept up with the NFL draft? Shalom, shalom, Abba. How you doing? What's good? What's good? Okay. Chilling, we're chilling. Brandon playing the San Francisco 49ers in San Fran.
Sunday is underway.
Saints are 3-2. No, 2-3.
So here come
The 49ers are 3-2. Yo, Jenny, what's up, sis? Jenny, how you doing? Much love to you, Jenny.
Love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Yeah, we're back out here.
People won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his
How's
talent.
everybody? Hope
He knows
everybody's
how to see
doing
it,
well.
how to
Everybody
feel
can
it,
look with
how to
everybody if they
deliver it,
had.
and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
How's everybody?
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the
Shout
line
out to
here,
you,
2nd and
Jenny,
9.
Arcade Pop, Abba. Much love to y'all.
Here's Purdy to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really
Yes,
is nothing
ma'am.
there.
Shout out to you,
Wasn't an
Abba.
opening for him to work with, and he
We
was
just
lucky
chilling.
to get what he could.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Work was pretty long, but it was decent.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Good to be back out here. Excuse me, good to be back out here.
First down throw by Purdy. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get
No,
there.
sir.
They drop him.
Sit your ass down.
Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Trying to think. Hold on. Yeah, figured I didn't. Yeah, figured I didn't. There we go. We got the post, the community post. Shout out to everybody watching. Y'all hit that like on the way in.
Another try following the sack. Kittle brings it in. And the tackle's
Shout out to you, Jenny.
field at the 48.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defense to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
God damn.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
He
The
beat that
49ers
coverage.
Take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really
Y'all didn't see
relying
that.
upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Saints offense taking
Oh,
over
yeah.
for the first time.
I was about to say, who was that?
Joe
Joe Flacco.
Over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware.
Coach
it's
Warrior.
Joe Flacco.
Picked up Flacco out of free agent.
Each and every season is have a touchdown to interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of L's.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running behind center with
Jesus,
Kamara.
bro.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. And they're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Fred Warner. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake.
Look at Olave with a big catch.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first
A
down.
dot thrown to him
This one goes
by
for an
Joe
even
Flacco
25
as he got hit.
yards. And that's
Wobbly
good for
one.
New Orleans first down.
Dun, 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 bum, 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun,
Like
dun,
the
dun,
opening
dun.
drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Running left, this is Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Here's a throw. Putting Olave on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They give to Kamara, left side.
Oh,
And
come
as they
on.
bring
That's
him
a
down,
flag,
let's
bro.
check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They go play action on first.
God. Let's go.
Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Kamara has the New Orleans
Let's go,
touchdown.
baby.
The Saints finish off their opening drive.
Who that?
Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love...
Now we'll pause.
Oh,
The
come
officials
on,
want
bro.
to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air. And any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after a second look, they say he did not break the plane. No touchdown. It's second and goal. He's going to keep this one. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak, but that time the timing of the call I think was most important that led to the score.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. The 49ers and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. And teams just have not been able to keep this guy out of the end zone in the first half of the season. He is pacing the NFL and receiving touchdowns. They're out and set, first and 10. From the gun is Purdy.
Got a sack here.
Drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Brought in by
Ooh,
Ayuk.
nice stop right there.
And it's good yardage.
Nice stop
but they
by
tackle
Davis,
him short of
folks.
the sticks.
Middle linebacker.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Saints will get set to take over. Play action on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 35 out of that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down. And this was something we knew pretty early on this season. He was going to accomplish this year barring injury, right? What's impressive is how quickly he's reached that 1,000-yard mark. There's still considerable season left for him to take that total much higher. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Run here with Kamara. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 35 on 2nd down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a give inside to Kamara.
Damn, bro.
And he's brought down for a loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Saints looking at some kind of kick here. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw, needing a first. A quick slant here into the hands of Cooper. And he runs this.
Yo, Smoke Gaming, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
It's an
Hope you're doing all right, brother.
Back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. All set up.
Hey, man, doing pretty good. Had to work a couple of days, but yeah, doing good. Hope you're doing all right.
And he's got a decent gain.
You're back out here on the Madden.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Much love to you, Smoke Gaming, bro.
They go play action here.
Ah.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Searching for
See what
Chris
it
Olave
is,
with
sir.
that one. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That's close, Friday.
Throwing off the play fake here. Ertz reels it in.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He
What a
connects
catch.
downfield on 4. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again.
Kamara,
This one
down.
to
Let's
his
go.
running back complete.
Let's
And he's
go, bro.
into the end zone.
Who that,
Touchdown,
baby?
New Orleans. The Saints
Receiving.
get some late points and the lead.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a
Joe
bit as they
Flacco.
finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you
34
want to have
seconds
that
left in
mindset,
the
even early in the game,
second
that
quarter.
Field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Groupie's extra point is good.
Good
And the
play call
Saints
by
break
Coach
that
Warrior.
tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 7.
Yep, got the cough going. But yeah, what y'all think of the NFL draft, man? If y'all watch NFL or anything.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The 49ers are ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half.
We're gonna have to probably run that
With the
nickel.
time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Samuel comes in motion left. Pretty throwing here on first. That finds Ayuk complete.
He was doing that
Give him
bullshit.
11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Purdy on first down.
Got him.
Isn't holding
Let's
up. They're able to
go.
drop him.
He came through that
Big
grass. He
play
came through
drives
there.
them
Ah,
backwards. Second down.
get your ass down, defense.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report.
On the
So
road
let's
with
get you caught up on
14-7,
what's going on
folks.
around the National Football League. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewart. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Ewart.
Thanks so
And
much
this
for
used
the
to
look
be a
around the
good
league,
rivalry
Coach. But
between
now
the
it's
Saints
time
and
to turn our
49ers
attention back to this one as we begin
in the
third
old
quarter.
NFC West back in the
Returning it
day,
from the
2000 days,
He stopped on the return
before
at
the emergence of
27.
the Houston
The
Texans.
Saints and Chris Olave ready
And we had
take
to
over
move to
once
the
again on
NFC
offense.
South.
And as this
Chris
season
Olave's
progresses, he's been a
60
steady producer for this offense,
60
leading the
catch
league in
touchdowns,
receptions to this point.
or 60 receptions, I should say. See if I get one off. I wonder if I get one more.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's see if I get one off, chat.
Fakes the handoff. Now to throw.
Oh,
Buying some
not
time
there.
right. Able to find Ertz. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A run now with Kamara.
Nice
And he'll
hard
pick up
run by
enough to move
Alvin
the chains.
Kamara. Picking
That's
up
the
the
type of
first
call
down.
that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down.
A
and instead to move
glimpse
the chains,
of what's to
that is
come
one
in Madden
disheartening look
26
on
with that
defense.
pick of Banks in the offensive line. Warrior likes to run the ball.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
So it's a
That's
perfect
run
pick.
that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now, off play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. They're set up at the 35 now. Now Kamara.
I should have cut
He's able to drive
right.
that pile about a yard. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Sir, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Bro, this shit pissing me off. Oh my god, bro.
On 3rd down. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
I'm here.
Looking for a throw here. Into traffic. Complete.
Let's go.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. Offense set for a 1st and 10. This is Kamara. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 17. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
To the air, 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field.
Field goal.
When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read,
Field
so
goal.
often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down?
Let's go
It's a
field goal.
great defensive effort to do it.
Go field goal, check.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an
Make it
extra
2
point.
points.
But they do
2
come away with
possession
3.
game.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the
We're on the
kickoff.
road. We gotta come away with points.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all
Got him.
over them.
Purdy.
Really keeps
Meat
taking this
Foxy.
offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
You know,
Meet
Kay, I like
Mr.
to say in life,
Foxy.
there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
I bet you do.
First down throw by Purdy.
Got him.
Pocket isn't holding up.
Again.
They're able to drop it.
Woo!
And the big
Foxy
play
out. That's that
drives them
Foxy.
backwards. 2nd down.
Go
coming
forward.
up.
Hey, Kate,
Yep, Jalen
I think
Ford
we know that the
coming
quarterback's
off
a
that
demanding
end.
position, because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but
About
you've
the
got to
third
have a
sack on
spatial
Purdy.
awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Keep doing
You
it.
really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
We got McCaffrey in the backfield. We ain't worried about him.
Trying again following the sack. Kittle brings it in.
Got to worry about
And
Kittle,
he'll get it up to the 27.
who started off this game with the touchdown against the Saints defense.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. Wonder
For a
what's in the
quarter,
playbook
baby.
here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Get your ass down, defensive play. That's what's in the
Motioning
playbook.
left is their running back. On 3rd down, Purdy. Has him on the quick
Ah,
hitter. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry
this
at
is
all on
probably
their
a
side
future
from being able
playoff
to reach
game.
that marker on 4th down.
49ers
That
versus
was
the
impressive.
Saints.
At the 49-yard line.
To throw again, it's
Damn.
Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they get there to take
Dump
him down
balls, bro.
right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Y'all hit that like on the
You know what
way
I like
in.
about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set
Appreciate
up
it
a
very
play-action pass in a
much.
similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
From the gun is Purdy.
Uh,
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to
Saints
get this
defense
the
trying to
32
hold
before
on.
going down.
Fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go. 49ers try to rally and come back.
Snap for Purdy.
Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. God,
He gets a little something
Take it.
out of it before
Knew that was gonna
sliding into a
happen.
stop. Working quickly here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled.
We gotta
with
keep
the
that
first down
defense.
yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy.
oh man,
Has it at the 7. And that's
What a
good
hit by
yardage for
Darius.
the new set it down.
Demarcus
He
Darius,
reached the
Demarcus
2 minute
Darius.
warning in Santa Clara. 49ers gotta score in a hurry.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love
Shadow
watching a
Cloud.
well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to
This
stack him,
guy.
only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Purdy looking to throw.
Damn, bro.
Touchdown,
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Hard drive for San Francisco.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain.
Big
and a
play
first
by
down.
Chris Olave for Joe Flacco. As 49ers call a timeout. Less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Under the 2-minute warning in San Francisco. 3-2 49ers. 2-3 Saints.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
2 timeouts each for each team.
Kamara gets it. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. We'll pause now for an injury. That's
Man,
Alvin
it's always a
Kamara, who's
fucking
shaken
injury
up as
that's
the
called-
trainers head out to look at him. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here.
That was a fucking goddamn injury causing the goddamn timeout, bro.
It's going to be 3rd down.
Shit.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it.
Damn.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Here he is to throw.
Fuck
Brown
me,
still
bro.
throwing, and this is intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
At their own 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Setting up to pass. That's taken in
Oh
by
my
Samuel.
God,
And
man.
they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. That's
Oh my God, bro.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Finds his man, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Now it's Purdy. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And there was no easy enough.
What the 49ers coaching was thinking.
But their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escaped
Oh,
with a
our
victory.
defense did escape too,
So
man.
for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate
Had a
Scott,
chance to
saying
call
this has been
timeout,
the
kick the field goal,
NFL
go to
on EA
overtime.
Sports. So long, everybody.
We'll take it.
It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
Oh my God. Bad coaching, clock management, bro. I thought for sure they was gonna take that timeout earlier. I mean, save that timeout earlier. See what happens when you kick a field goal. That could become that field goal that we kick at the end of the half. What's the difference? Damn. See, if I would have went for it and didn't get it, we would be in overtime right now. So kick your field goal, people. Sometimes you gotta take your points. That was a win. Oh my God. They were trying to win their own self. They were trying to win their own self. All right. Panthers, Saints up next and in the dome. We got plenty of football left. So we got plenty of chances to make a playoff run. One more game. That was a good game though. 49ers classic showdown, always a classic showdown against the 49ers and Saints.
Busy. He's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Saints and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side's taking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity?
Yo, show us what's going on, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you hitting that like. Shout out to you.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it.
How
They
you
can
doing
say all the
tonight?
right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that
Appreciate you stopping
familiarity
by.
does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go from New Orleans. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out.
How you doing, Sheldons?
Well over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kinda took a step
3-3,
back
New
and let
Orleans
some
Saints
of his
5 and won
teammates shine.
Carolina
He made a good
Panthers.
mark with a
So this is
touchdown
gonna be a
pass,
game.
A bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You
This is
know
gonna
he
be a
wants to make
game,
a little
Jack.
more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
They're going to start on the ground.
Get it.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends
No,
later.
I knew that was gonna happen. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck, bro. I knew that was gonna fucking happen, bro.
This a pick 6 touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even
God
flip the
damn
field
it.
with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
I saw
The
it as soon as I
Saints and their
realized
wide receiver set
why
for
did
the
I
next
threw that
possession.
ball.
And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They go play action on first. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he'll get it up near the 30.
Actually, shit. Actually, on this play,
Going down.
Quarterbacks will look
Ertz.
for their tight end short
The
in
hell,
just
man.
about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
all right, Hill's back in here.
They give on second to Kamara.
Let's go.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. He gets 6 on that play. And that's
All right, that like on the way in. Appreciate everybody coming in,
You see play
watching.
action, do all you can
watching
to
the
get your eyes
stream.
to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake.
dude,
When he releases, he
54,
gets
what are you
out, gets some
doing?
leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Well, he was
All right.
supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Nice catch. It's a lobby.
They make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Now a run with Kamara.
Whoop. Let's go.
And he's able to take this one down.
Let's
to
see if we can get
45.
this in, chat.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Keller Witherspoon. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Young throwing here. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Fourth down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. Here comes the Saints offense. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Oh man,
So that's
all right,
one
we're at the end of the
quarter
first
gone in a
quarter.
battle of NFC South rivals.
Nice.
7-0 is our score.
Knocking the ball
Back to the
down.
Superdome
Stop
of
for the
Caesar
Saints
in just a
defense.
bit.
2 costly picks, man. By Joe Flacco. Okay, we're back on it.
We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on
Other
this
blocked.
drive.
Let's go.
And he gets this
Let's
forward to the
go.
19. 16 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
From the red zone now. Into the hands of Olave. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead,
Bro, oh
stuffed
my
in
god,
the
I'm
2.
done. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
That's another Saints first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll throw it on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Oh,
Great opportunity to find a touchdown there,
Mark
Brock,
can
and
take
they
that
come
penalty
through with
instead of
6.
calling the
Receivers
timeout.
want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they
Joe
really
Flacco
want their chance.
to
They will
Olave
tell you as a quarterback,
crossing the
just give me an
plane.
opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Oh, feel
Great
better.
group B to try the extra point.
Make a couple more
Right
stops
down the
here.
middle, it's good. And the Saints
We'll be
tie this
okay.
game 7-7.
Be in that number when the Saints go marching in.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Raheem Blackshear now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 39. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Looking to throw, Young. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy
I think this was in cover 6.
There's not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
From the 48. He fires one deep down the middle.
Oh, Tyrone picked it off.
Incomplete.
Honey Badger had it.
So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Now it's Young. And even on 3rd down, he sees
That's
no
our stop.
choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game.
Let's go. Maybe I might like this play. I don't know. Should we try it again?
The field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Headed out right. Blitz is
He
there,
wanted to
and
fucking
he goes
throw that damn
down.
play. Shit.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 21 at the 5-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Olave with the catch. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints looking down a very long field. And the Panthers in the nickel set. 3rd down coming. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, if early results hold here today, partner, it would appear that this guy's in store for a busy game. They've already made it a priority going his way.
They always want to get a guy this talented the ball early, right? Just get him in confidence, get him in rhythm. But this game lines up well against this defense, who right now has got no answers for his game.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 37. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Wow, the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
And by starting so strong, he's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to start dictating coverage to him, and it's going to open up his boys.
Throwing for it on 4th. That'll be the first and more. He has room past the 25.
Out of
They come
bounds.
through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a first down. And that gets him to double digits with his 10th reception of the game. They've kept him about as busy as they could all contest. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. This is complete to Olave. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that
13
initial play
seconds, 2
comfortably,
timeouts.
then go to work after.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone.
No, God, another one. Oh my God.
And the Panthers make the defensive stand and
God
come through with a
damn,
turnover
bro.
in the final moments
What?
of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And they bring him down here on the 13-yard line. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report.
They won't let
Coach,
me
what
get
you
that
got for us?
bootleg.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Puka Nacua, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Devon Achane, 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Oh, to a field goal at least. If we call him to a field goal.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Blackshear on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's 2nd and 5. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all. Young on
1st and 10. He finds Johnson. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
He's on the move.
I'm ready for that.
Get there and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Young working from the gun. Throw
Stop.
left side,
Woo.
complete.
Stop.
He works this to the 38 before
And that's a
going down.
punt. Hell yeah, I thought it was a field goal. Just out of field goal range.
It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors.
Oh, we got a chance shot.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Saints and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we
See what we got here.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by Derek Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yo, no, Dot Buddy, what's going on? Shout out to you.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And it's a touchdown as he brings
God
it back for the
fucking
pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game.
What's up,
you're
no
gonna
doubt,
attract
buddy,
some
man?
Extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one splits the upright.
How you doing? How you doing?
And the Panthers break that tie and now
God
lead by 7.
damn it, man.
Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them Hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. Finds him over
Just
the middle,
hold on to the ball.
and he'll get it up to the 44. They have themselves
I mean, we
another
had
1st and 10.
our defense holding the stop and everything, man.
Back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
Y'all show me his
This
stat
game
when
has
he
already
fucking
been a
damn
good one for him,
already
Brock,
did
and
3
hey,
picks,
there's still
all
time.
3
He
picks
could
the
add
whole
on
game.
even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Let's go.
And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. And as they keep going to him, he's now across 200 yards in what's become one of the most productive games he's had so far in his career. First down, ball at the 36.
I'm gonna have to keep doing that play the whole game. Just to come back. Just to
They'll
come
throw it
back.
again.
No!
And they
Dude!
pick him off again. Picked off Josie Jewell. And the
Why
Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'm literally
You know what this
passing
is, Kate?
passing
This is
him.
the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball.
Man's
Where you watch
cheating.
defensive
Man's
coaches
fucking
preach all the
cheating.
time, and they work on these returns to get to the near side.
Man is
Everybody
literally
to get a block.
cheating.
And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that
Man
was
is literally
field
fucking
coming to
cheating.
life for everybody to see.
There's no way I I threw that ball towards the middle when I was throwing to Olave going to the slant.
It's the Panthers in possession of it. Needing
Like,
to
there's
preserve
no
that
fucking
lead
way.
over one final quarter.
Like, this is literally the worst Madden to ever come out.
From the 28.
Literally.
Throwing the out route complete. And the
This is the
defense
worst
waits for
Madden
the
to
line,
ever
and
come
he
out.
goes down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And not much
This is
doing. He
the
stopped
worst
quickly.
Madden to ever come out.
Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball.
This game is so broken and beyond repair, it's not even funny. It's literally not even funny.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. 2nd and 1. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st. Into the hands of Olave.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing the first time on that pick.
Working quickly here.
It's 2nd and inches.
From midfield on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard
At least we could get a
line.
touchdown, hold him to a
They
field
get
goal.
13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Olave with the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense working quickly.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
God damn, come on, you tired of Olave? God damn.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still sticking with the passing game. For right side, cut by Olave. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the red zone now.
Oh, Olave.
Touchdown.
Let's go. Olave drop. Chris Olave drop. Put some respect on that man's name.
Happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The
Most receptions in a single game in NFL history. Turning to 22 receptions. Chris Olave. Oh my God. We can make a stop here. We don't need to make a stop. Hold him to a field goal. We got 2 minutes to go.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal.
Hold him to a field goal.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Damn, those 3 picks, 4 picks. God dang it, I want that back, but that's alright.
Set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring
3
this
and
one
3
out.
New
So that
Orleans
gives us
Saints,
a good
5 and
starting
1
field position from
Carolina
the 30.
Panthers.
The
Take the
Panther
field,
offense headed out to the
4th
field.
quarter, 2 minutes
After that
15
touchdown,
seconds to
cut
go.
their lead back to 1 score.
Chris
Bronco
Olave
responds in
broke
order as they
NFL
take
record,
over.
22 catches in a game. First player to do it. Okay, we gotta stay in that sky, man.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
We gotta stay in it.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks.
No, sir.
In the middle hole.
Call that
They don't
timeout.
get anything on the run.
Call that before at least 2-minute
So
warning.
timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
We got a chance.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 now. This is Legans working the left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Panthers only up by a few. 3rd and just 2 to go. Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw.
Damn, man.
First. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I got it. We're
The
done, bro.
44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Brooks.
Come on!
They crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed.
I wanna bench Flacco so fucking bad.
Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made.
Damn!
Just enough to move the chains.
Panthers beginning to
Good game,
celebrate
man.
their
Y'all
win
have
here as they take a knee.
good evening, man.
There's still some time.
We'll be back
to lead
next
off the
time.
clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
GG's.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This
Nothing
lady
left to
in
do
my
now,
ear
Kate,
is
but
so
celebrate on one
fucking
side and watch
annoying.
hopelessly from the other.
God damn, why is she even on the goddamn game?
Now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
They better not have this lady in Madden 26. I swear to God. Damn, bro. I'm tired of losing fucking close games, bro. Beat the 49ers in a close one. We could have, should have lost 17-14. Panthers beat us 17-14. That's some shit. Three fucking interceptions. Olave had himself a freaking game, bro. 3-4 Saints. My God, bro. Yo, what's going on, Dawn? No doubt, buddy. We're just chilling. Shout out to you, man. How you doing, bro? Do I even want to play this game? Yeah, play one more. We need to come away to win, man. Oh, no. There we go. Appreciate the watch. No doubt, buddy. Hope you had a good evening. Oh man, bro.
It's week 8 of the
I don't want to face the Panthers in the playoffs.
Features the Saints. Rocket on quarterback. He's gonna have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Rams next on Madden Football. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played
get the
so
ball
many
at
games,
half.
so many seasons, they've seen so much. That's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
Right side, complete to Nakua. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. He's going to pick up the first down and more. It's a gain of 10. And they'll get a fresh set of downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll get this to about midfield. Mario Davis there on the play. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still go, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down. Pistol give to Kamara. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I couldn't do that against Carolina, bro.
Drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's a give now to Kamara. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Flacco. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he's going to be taken down.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Let's
And
go.
he will power his way
Damn.
into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive
Alvin
together,
Kamara.
and they're able to capitalize and finish it off.
Scores on the first possession of the New Orleans Saints. First quarter, 14 seconds left. 7 up on the Rams. And I'm about to say St. Louis and Los Angeles.
Touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Saints out on top. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Play action now for Stafford. That's taken in by Jennings. Who's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Duvernay in motion. Throw it on 3rd down. Stafford.
Nice stop.
Too much.
Saints
And he goes
defense.
down.
I'll take the field goal.
Now a timeout called by the defense.
A 49-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Should have had freaking Hurts in the game, that Panther game.
It's good for a Saints 1st down. On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara.
Ah.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down, Saints.
Now a give running left with Kamara. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
The Saints are marching.
It's good for a Saints 1st down. Seven 3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now Flacco. That's hauled in at the 2. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass.
And he'll just get up inside those big
Alvin
bodies.
Kamara for the score.
And he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. It's up and through. The Saints extend their advantage to 14-3. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Rams offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. On play action, it's Stafford. Open man, that's Devin Duvernay. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Open man is Jennings. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford.
Oh,
A whole lot of chances on that one. It
that was a
bouncing
pick.
around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and a yard. To the air again, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's Ethan Evans now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor 1st punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Bryce Young, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdowns there for Elijah Mitchell. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. These 2 teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Got a chance to make this a 2-possession, 3-possession game if we play it some more.
On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Flacco.
Damn, they got Olave covered.
And he'll go down. They got him.
The offense is trying
They
to
got
stretch
Olave
the field
covered.
trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this,
All right.
they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed results in a sack.
3rd and long.
I'm gonna have to. Damn it, man! Oh.
Here's Flacco to throw.
There we go.
That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down.
That was close.
Looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Flacco to throw. This one on target to Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
Let's go.
that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Goddamn, I don't know. Okay, we may have some here.
They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. To throw.
Got it. Wide open in the backfield. Kamara. Ooh, let's go.
Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game
Guard, well,
and
guard.
his 9th for the year. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints move out to a 21-3 advantage. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this throw batted away and incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. Up the sideline to the 40. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield.
Yo, Ray Dog, what's up, bro? Shout out to you, man.
On that pass play.
How you doing, Ray Dog Gaming?
LA.
Hey, appreciate you sharing my stream out. I know it's like 3 or 4 days ago, but I always message or reply with a thank you. I know a lot of people don't do that, but yeah, thanks for sharing my stream 4 days ago.
Yeah. He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson.
Struggling on these games, bro. We're 3 and 4.
This 3rd quarter.
How you doing, man?
So
Entering the 4th quarter, folks. We've been on for like 2 hours
we'll
now.
return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Shout out to Ray Dog Gaming, man.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, the games we've been losing was close, like 3 points, literally.
Back to throw is Stafford.
Got him.
Caught by the running back, Williams.
Hey, stop.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Nah, bro, yeah, that's why I'm streaming now. I got off work earlier. So I just went ahead and started streaming.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
I gotta ask what you think of the NFL draft, man. If you watch it or you care for it.
Play fake. Now Stafford to throw. let this go towards the end zone. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Stafford to throw it.
Woo! And we gotta stop. And that might be the Honey Badger. Tyron Matthews with the stop.
Turn it over on down.
Clutch.
You find
Yep,
yourself
it was
down
the Honey
big.
Badger.
It's the 4th quarter.
Get your
There's
ass
really
down.
no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Kamara.
I did not want to get out of bounds, shit. Catch up on it, heard that saying. I was at work, but I was kind of watching the YouTubers talk about the draft.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And he'll get about 5
Green Bay
here.
Packers. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Good thing you're not a Atlanta Falcons fan. Saints fan, as you already know. And Saints and Green Bay always had some good games. They back all the way to the year 2000.
Sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Yeah, Saints and Green Bay always had some good games. Brett Favre days. Antonio Freeman. You know about Antonio Freeman. He did what?
Now Flacco. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave.
Antonio Freeman, Monday Night Football.
To a 1st down, maybe
Donald Duke in a driver.
Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been
Donald Duke in a driver.
over 100 yards in this one.
Yeah, I'm all about the like 2000s, man. 2000s, everything.
He'll try and
Oh,
run for
nice
this
blocking.
with Kamara. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
I remember I was watching that after school, man. Watching that Monday Night Football game.
Necessarily have to spring them for a huge game.
He did
Can
what?
you buy just enough
Antonio
space up
Freeman
front to
fumbled
pick
the
up 1
ball,
yard?
picked
That's
it up
exactly
and
what they
ran
did.
and took it to the
First
house.
down.
Game over.
On 1st down, they'll stay with
Nice
Kamara
blocking.
on the ground. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one.
Al Michaels with the commentary and John Madden.
At the 40. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, past 100 now.
After the run, we get a stoppage for an injured
That
player.
dude mad.
The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. A run here with Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Here's Flacco. Inside the 10.
Woo, dagger.
And he's
Chris
in.
Olave.
Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints.
Looking like Marcus Colston.
And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Why you didn't do that last week in the dome?
For the extra point.
Ooh, he almost blocked
The
that.
kick is good. The Saints stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away.
Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man is Jennings. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Duvernay with the grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This passing attack is proving to be a lot to handle for this defense, Mike, especially over the last couple plays. 4 plays, 4 passes, 4 first downs. It doesn't get much more efficient than that. And let's give credit to the offensive coordinator. Don't try to fix it if it ain't broken. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Stafford to throw again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. To the air again. Stafford. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's to midfield.
Good. Go. Oh, the way. Marshawn Lattimore. Pick 6. Chris Berman style. Wow, the Saints get a pick 6 on the board.
Take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just
Saints been breaking records all year long.
Go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to
I might play these jerseys the rest of the season.
Taking it all the way back for 6.
Marshawn Lattimore, who is now a Washington Commander. Damn, we'll have him on the game next season.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Stafford now. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Right here in the middle of the LA field.
Victory formation
35-3.
here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Got the Falcons. I'll play that tomorrow. 4-4 Saints. And we got the Falcons in the dome. We might play those white jerseys too. Those white jerseys. And 1-6 Falcons. We'll see. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Falcons. We'll play them tomorrow, Friday night, or Sunday. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see. We'll see, chat. We might play it tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to you, Ray Dog. Shout out to you, Sheldix. Shout out to you, Abba. Shout out to you, No Die Buddy. Shout out to you, Arcade Pop. Shout out to everybody that came through. Much love to everybody. Call it an evening and call it a night. We'll be back. Same warrior time, same warrior channel. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. We out. Signing off. Peace.
Forms belong in a museum, not your office. FormStack makes it easy to automate your work so you can send paper processing.